Well, hi folks, I'll just finish off in the greenhouse. I wasn't going to come, but I might as well show you what's been going on. Cucumber again, it's done brilliantly. I've had about 5 cucumbers off, as you can see, and they've all been about this size or bigger, you know, like full size ones, but it's just putting loads out. The odd one doesn't set, but they're coming everywhere. If I show you, you know, they're just everywhere, and I've only got them in a 10 litre pot there, you know, like an 8-inch pot. I think the variety was Fem Spot, if I remember, and it's just ridiculous. I can probably get like a dozen 20 full-size cucumbers out of one 10 litre pot, and I'm only just feeding them with tomato compost now, and it's just been amazing, absolutely amazing. These are the tumbling tomatoes again. As you can see, we're getting quite a few ripening now. Like I said before, they're not a cherry size, they're sort of in between cherry and a big one. And likewise the taste, it's sort of in between. It's not particularly sweet and not particularly tangy, just sort of nice taste really. The giant onions flower heads, I've had a few bumblebees on when the sun had come out, just starting to pollinate the flowers. So in about a couple of months, once they set, they should start getting some seeds and things, seed heads, and they'll go black and then dry, and then I can, oh excuse me, I got indigestion, harvest the seed. Tomatoes are now getting up to the top of the greenhouse, so I might as well just pinch the top out because I'm not going to get any more trusses on. Getting a few trusses on now. They're not the biggest ever this year, but they had been a bit neglected. I'll give them plenty of food, plenty of tomato feed, and get them bulked up, because if you look at the leaves, they are lacking a bit of magnesium or something. What am I thinking of? Anyway, they're lacking nutrients, so I'll give them some maybe give them a bit of Epsom salt, something like that, just to perk the leaves up, because I've not been feeding them. So I'll give them a bit of decent food and try and perk them up a bit. But there are a few trusses coming on, so it's not too bad. I just keep forgetting to take these side shoots out every now and again, like that. And again, I'll just pinch the top out because it's not going to get any bigger. I'm not going to get 5 or 6 trusses on of ripe tomatoes in this up here. These are the Gardener's Delight, and all the tomatoes seem to be growing on the other side. I do like Gardener's Delight as a cherry tomato. Again, they're not too sweet, they're quite tangy. So I'm getting a few trusses on there. And there's some right down below, if you can see, yeah, not too bad. Like I said, not the best ever, but not too bad. Another one of the giant onions there. Seed heads. They are lovely things. If you grew them in your garden, they'd be quite spectacular plant, just to have architecturally. So all you do is just stick an old onion in a pot Christmas time and let it go, and up comes these great big shoots. You could do it with any onion, just a normal onion, if you wanted to try it. More of the cherry tomatoes. These tumblers have absolutely just taken over the place now. They're in the 10 litre pots, which is just about right if you water them really well every day, because they don't have to suck some moisture out. And there's just trusses of tomatoes coming everywhere now, if you can see. Just bunches of them hanging off. So when they all start ripening, we should have absolutely thousands, literally. There are literally thousands of flowers on 2 little plants. So that's pretty good. I grew a few more spring onions. I was going to plant them outside, but I decided I'd stick them in a pot and put them in the old spent potato compost. So there's about 10 or 15 bunches there of 6, so there's about another 100 or so spring onions to go at later on. And this is the old spent compost from the first lot of potatoes. I had half a dozen seed potatoes left, some Nicola, some first early, so I planted those in there at the start of this month. So I'll give it another sort of 2.5 months, maybe middle of September, October, we should have a few more. The third lot of new potatoes at the sort of time when you're not going to expect you to get them. And finally the chilies. These are the bush chilies. They just tend to look after themselves. Like I said, they're self-determinate. They grow up to a point, and then they come to that point like that and stop, so you don't need to pinch them out. They do it themselves. And then we're getting a few little chilies on there, where I can see, look, a few setting. So should look quite a nice plant. There's lots of little flowers on, so it should be covered in flowers and then covered in chilies eventually, if we get a bit more sun this year. And these are the peppers, starting to get a few of those setting now. Likewise, I don't bother with pinching these out. This tend to do it themselves. If you look at there, it's sort of naturally pinched itself out and branched into two. If we had a longer season in this country, you could grow them like they do in America, where they get huge plants and they're taking dozens off each plant, but our seasons are that short over here. We'll be lucky if we can get sort of 6 to 8 off a plant, and even luckier if they turn red in this sort of in this country. Well, that's about it, folks. Just a quick roundup of the greenhouse. Things are doing alright. Not got a lot going on, but what is going seems to be doing okay. So that's it, folks. See you later.